Konnichiwa Mina, this is T-Secure, and you're watching PokeCast. Moving on to the second manga under Crazy Comedies, I have a fantastic romance comedy, which you can directly see was inspired by Ranma One Half. So, for all of you who have already seen that one, I chose this one to do because it's not as well known as, Ranma, and I'd rather do that. Okay, so this one is Your and My Secret, Volume 1. And this is a gem right here. I thought that the way how they wrote this story, instead of just going with a typical romance story like how Ranma was, where, so he gets splashed by cold water, he becomes a girl. No, let's change it around. Let's use another concept that's been used in several movies and other comics and books, but let's really go at it. Okay, so the main two characters in here, you have Nanako Momoi and Akara Uehara. Yeah, hard names. I'm not the best at Japanese names. I'm trying to get better. But, okay, so Momoi, she's just this brute girl. I mean, she is just downright atrocious girl. She's very dangerous to cross paths with. You gotta be very careful about her because she'll beat the living snot out of you. Now, then you have Uehara. He's this feminine boy, complete wuss. He's just one of those boys who just, violence is never around him, and he's just not a man. Just point blank say it. I'm trying to think of a nicer way how to say it about him, but that's the only way to say it. Okay, so Uehara is in love with Momoi, and he volunteers to bring the assignment from class to Momoi's house, and everybody's more than happy to let him do it. That's how afraid they are of her. When he gets there, he comes in, finds Momoi tied up to this machine, and the grandfather's just going like, "Oh, hey, hi, yeah, we're about to do a test on you," and well, let's see. I get the right lines. For everything said, all of a sudden Momoi is all like, "Grandfather, look at this handsome boy right here. He's a lot more healthier than me, and would probably be a perfect test subject instead of your cute little granddaughter. Let's use him instead." And the grandfather agrees with her. Yeah. Well, when everything's said and done, the switch is pulled, they happen to be touching each other, and somehow their spirits are swapped from the body. So you have a feminine loser boy going into a girl's body, and this bully girl who's really cute but can beat the crap out of you into a boy's body. Yeah. And then after everything that happens, the machine breaks. Well, now they have to try to go and live at each other's houses, try and make sure that they can fool everybody thinking that they are the people they are, which goes weird just because they're completely different people. And the grandfather is like, "Well, don't worry, I'm going to Hawaii. When I come back, I'll make sure to repair the machine to get you guys back to normal." And it just goes from there. You have this boy who's now in the body of the girl he fantasizes about. And then you have a girl who's in the body of the boy who's fantasizes about her, but could care less about him. So it just goes from there. Just from starting off, it's really hard for. It's flat out. She refuses to let him try anything. or do, I shouldn't say try, do anything to where she has to be there for him to change. She has to be there to wash, to give him a shower. I know this all just sounds so wrong, but it's just because she absolutely refuses to let him, well, do anything. I mean, he's blindfolded. She's just finally, a little bit later, she just gives up and goes, okay, here's the deal. As long as you treat me with respect, you don't do anything creepy, then you're safe. But if I ever catch you oogling me in a mirror or do anything to my body or anything, you're going to be showing up at school with only your socks on. So, you know, yeah, she's pure evil. It just goes from there because you get to see how they adapt to each of the opposite sex's body. And people are dumbfounded. Momoi, the one girl that nobody dared to date, is this cute and cuddly girl now. She's available. She's not going to rip your head off and spit down your throat. And then, of course, you have Uehara, who, you know, this feminine boy that the guy's just, you know, the girl's just like, he's too girly, is now all of a sudden, who's this hunk? And then, of course, you know, as you go along, you get to see Uehara's best friends totally start hitting on him. Remember, he's a girl now. You have Momoi, who's actually, because of her being a boy's body, the hormone things are kicking in, is falling in love with her best friend, who's a really pretty girl. It's absolutely nuts and crazy, and the humor in this is fantastic. You get to see all the crazy stuff just happen everywhere. Like I said, you do see a ton of Ranma and a Half inspired gags in here. Just this time, instead of it being Ranma, like I was saying, you know, when he's a girl, you have guys fall in love with his girl half, or a girl trying to kill him. When he's a boy, the boys want to kill him and the girl wants to fall in love with him. All that. I'll be doing a different review for that later. But in all honesty, that's what made me fall in love with this. The cover alone caught my eye, grabbed him, like, okay. It was like, cost me $5. And that's what I like to do with manga when I was able to buy them in comics, is I literally just pick up something, okay, cool, and I go and read it. And that's what, I mean, right from the start, this made me laugh like crazy, and I just loved how they did everything in here. So if you guys are looking for another one of those bizarre romance comedies that is just, you have to read it to believe it, this is a great one for that, because you just, like I said, you never know what's going to happen in here. I mean, everything I've already said and explained, I've just given little teeny points about it. When you read it and see the humor and how they draw everything, fantastic. So, yeah, this is Tsukura reviewing Your and My Secret. Hope you guys check this out. It's a fantastic read. This is Tsukura saying ciao and sayonara. 誰もいない街無情にも始まり出す